Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today is November 15, 2021, and today is Monday morning. So looking at the highlights of the day, euro breaking lower. But first, no major economic events scheduled for today. And as we look at the various markets, starting out with the Forex symbols, as mentioned, the euro breaking lower and bringing down the other majors as well. Now looking at the indices, the Dow Jones and the NASDAQ both traded lower as well, but did get a bounce as well. Looking at commodities, gold holds its gains and oil pretty much unchanged in terms of the stocks. Apple, which sold off last week, finally got a bounce. And looking at cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin trading sideways and holding its gains above 60,000. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can expect from today's trading. So here we are looking at a daily chart of the Euro USD. You can see that nice break above that 115.39. We broke it with volume, okay, which means that it is getting weaker. Now, unless there's going to be some sort of volume that follows up on this and trades it higher, my guess is over the long term, we're going to continue going lower here. Now, we are right there. We're right there at previous resistance, subsequent support. You see right there, that is a congested area. So this is really very important. 114-ish level, or 114.50-ish level. So this may be something that will be trading sideways for a while. Now, in the meantime, you could see very clearly it's a downwards trend line. Okay, very, very clearly. And every time it bounced to a certain thing, retraced. Every time it bounced just above that 8-day moving average, it broke further. So if it does break this 1450-ish area, 14-ish area, goes down to around here, we could see it back in the 112-ish area. Now looking at the GBP USD, did trade lower but didn't break further here as it did get that bounce. The Aussie USD also trading sideways here, even though there we go. That's a little bit better. That's a 4-hour chart. So it did get a faster bounce than the euro. So euro definitely weaker versus the dollar vis-a-vis the other major currencies. Now looking at commodities, first looking at gold. This has been the one, 1865 and holding this 1861-ish level, but still very resilient here and not trading lower. Now looking at crude oil, did trade to $80, not much going on. Okay, if it does break this 80-ish area and breaks further down, that's something to consider. Now looking at the big board, the Dow Jones, okay, we did get that sell-off last week from 36,400 down to 35,850. Now we're bouncing above it. We're only about 100 points off of that. After this bounce this morning, we're selling off this morning as well. Now looking at the NASDAQ, also a little bit stronger here than the Dow Jones, okay, because if we look at the individual stocks, Apple had a big day last week, 149, so it did make back some real estate. It did lose, and also Facebook. But we got to see follow through. Okay, if there's no follow through, then it just means we're going to be continuing to trade sideways. Microsoft still very strong at 335, so that's on the top of its range. So that's something I'd be looking for to see how that continues. Now, lastly, looking at Bitcoin. All right, this is where it's at. We're trading sideways. Okay, the upper limit 68,000, lower limit 62,000, and we're right smack in the middle at 65,000. So this is something we need to consider going into today's trading and unloading it as this develops throughout the week. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day. Thank you.